Hey everyone, I'm Tyler, and welcome to the Lifehack Show. Now, a brief introduction about myself. I actually currently live in Nashville, Tennessee, being in a place where I can challenge myself and just be able to set new goals and learn new things, and I think that's where having the opportunity to host the Lifehack Show here is incredible. And so with that brief introduction, let's go ahead and get right into this episode. Let's talk about feeling stuck in life. Have you ever felt that moment where you just feel like you are so stuck, like you're in your own self-doubt, you don't feel like you're being respected at work or in the things you're doing, you don't feel like anyone's listening to you. It's just this endless spiral of a mess of your life, just feeling like things are out of your control and things are spiraling out of control. Well, today we're going to talk about fixing that. You are the only one keeping yourself from being happy. Self-doubt creeps in when the odds are stacked against you, when everything just feels like it's spiraling out of control and all of this negativity is just consuming you, and it puts you even more into a negative cycle. It just continues to spiral and spiral and spiral. Today we're going to explore how you can shift that mindset, how when things begin to spiral out of control, you can take control back. So let's break the negativity here. Let's get back to our happiness and our goals. And while you're at it, don't forget to download our activity sheet. Our link is in the description below, and feel free to use this as you're going through this video. And if you want to follow me on social media, I'm on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and even YouTube. You can follow me at TyTyForney or at TyTyForney96. And I would love to talk with you guys about your goals and interact with you guys in the comments as well. So with that, let's get into this episode. So before we get started, before we can even begin this episode, I want you guys to take a step back and I want you to think about what is frustrating you. I need you to name that frustration. Why is this so important? Because if we don't take this step back and look at this from a different angle, this thing is going to keep building up and building up and building up, and we're going to lose that control. We have to hit the brakes here and we have to name what is frustrating us. And I know this is hard for a lot of you guys, because for me, I'm struggling with the same thing right now. And it's this constant struggle of pushing it back and procrastinating and pushing it back, and eventually life just continues to get out of control. But there's hidden opportunity in the obstacles we face. And the key point I want you to get from this is that we need to look at these things not as frustrations or limitations, but as opportunities, as good things, as challenges that we can face head on and take control of. Instead of blindly fighting this or distracting ourselves, if we look at this from a different angle, there is something that we can take control of. We're able to take control of at least some of this situation. So let's talk about these steps and how you can take control back of your life. Remember, there's a worksheet in the link in the description below. Feel free to use this. I promise you guys it's so helpful in setting through this and working through this and figuring all of this out. So first, we need to find the hidden opportunities. We need to look at these frustrations head on. We've got to name them, and we've got to take this step back. We've got to be calm. We can't let ourselves get overwhelmed in this, and we just need to figure out one by one, piece by piece, what is frustrating us. So how do we do this? We've got to break this down with an example, and with that example, we're gonna ask ourselves a couple questions. So the first question we should ask ourselves here is, why are you frustrated? And the example I'll use here is, let's say I got fired from my job today. Let's say that I made a big mistake and that I had to lose my job because of it. So then next, I would ask myself, what would you want instead? And obviously, I don't think I'd want to lose my job. And if this was a job I truly enjoyed, I would probably want a second chance at this job, right? I would want to prove myself. And so now we've written this out. What's my frustration? I lost my job. What do I want instead? I want the second chance to prove myself. And by writing this out, you take away the power and you recognize where you have control in the situation. And so now we kind of have a solution. We look at this and we ask ourselves, what is the problem? Why am I frustrated? I lost my job. What is the solution to this? Well, I want a second chance at the job. And now you've taken this problem, you've named it, and you've taken away the power of it, and now you can deal with this like you would any other problem, even as like a math problem, figuring this out and how you can take control of the situation. So people get frustrated for two major reasons. Number one, people get frustrated because things get out of their control, or things did not meet the expectation they set. And number two, things will not go as planned, or again, they're out of our control. And so now look at the reason why you are upset. And it's probably for one of two things. It's probably because either this is something you're very passionate about and it's something you really don't want to lose, or you didn't quite meet the expectation that you thought you could handle. Or number two, it's probably because it's something that may go out of your control in the future and you may not quite be able to meet that. So now we can take back control and see how we can fix this. The biggest thing here is that we have to see that throughout our lives, the happiness that we want, the ups and downs that we feel, there's just a part of it that we can't control throughout life. And I know that sounds very cliche. I know that we all want to just have everything under control. We want to take control. We want to do all these things. We think we can take care of it all on our own. And the only way that we can truly be happy is when everything is under control. And let me tell you, that is the most false statement that could be said. And so the truth of the matter is that we can't have everything under our control. The only thing we can control is ourselves and how we respond to the circumstances of life, the ups and the downs. How do we respond to that? And it often makes me think of the great Spider-Man quote, "With great power comes great responsibility." And you have a great power of your own life to take control of it and respond to the best way that you can. You have the responsibility to respond to the best abilities you are capable of. And so how do we do this? Well, here at Lifehack, we actually have a fortune formula that you can work through with our free guide available in the link in the description below. Feel free to use that resource. It's very helpful and will help you guide you through your self-doubt and these frustrations you're feeling. And with this fortune formula, we're actually going to be able to reshape our mindset on things and be able to take control of these circumstances and respond to them the best way that we can. Let's go ahead and dive into the fortune formula. All right, now according to the fortune formula, there are 4 key factors we need to look at. Those being people, places, things, and timing. Now these 4 factors will help you take better control of your life. You'll be able to look at this from a new perspective and you'll just be happier and more productive. So let's demonstrate the fortune formula with this example we used earlier of us losing our job. So the circumstance here again is that we want this second job and we want a second chance to prove our worth. We just want to prove that we're worth this job and that we're worth keeping on board. Now first we have to ask ourselves the people. What are the key people that we can look at here? Maybe our ex-boss, maybe a life coach or a career coach. These are various different people that we can talk to and ask the question, how can I improve myself and be better? You can get multiple different perspectives on this as someone who worked with you, someone who knows you personally, someone who's your coach. These are all types of people that can help you improve and just be better at the next job you have. Now the second question of this being, where can I go next? What's next? What's the place I can go to? Well, you can get a new job. You could go back to your old job. There's a lot of new opportunities here that you can have. You know, the sea is open. You are able to get a new job. You are able to find a new working environment, maybe take some training courses on whatever career path you're taking. There's a lot of options here to continue to improve yourself and make those changes to be better in your next situation. And third, what are the things that I can do? What are the things I can improve at? And obviously there is a lot of opportunities here. You can take training courses in the career path you want to take. Just look at these negative thoughts and think, what are the things I can do to move forward? New disciplines, new training courses, new job opportunity. What's the fourth one? Well, it's timing. When is it a good time to do these things? Is it part of my day-to-day life? Is it the weekends? Is it maybe after a work shift? Do I do this in between my lunch hour? Like, what are the times to do this? And so now you see these action steps that you can take, from the people to the places to the things to the timing of it all. You see these steps and now you can look at this from a different perspective. You can change your mindset to be able to switch from what am I doing, what is wrong with me, to what are the steps I can take to improve and be better. And this changes everything because this allows you to at least take some control of what's going on in your life. And like I said earlier, remember that you're not gonna have control of everything, and that is okay. But this allows you to focus on what you can control and how to improve and be better. So as I've said a few times now, feel free to download the guide in the link in the description below, and let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Let me know how this applies to you, the steps that you're gonna take, what things did you take away from this fortune formula, and how is that going to help you improve in your next situation, and how are you going to continue to grow and push forward in your goals as a human being. So my final point here is shaping your perception is powerful. Remember, you can't take control of everything in life, but change your mindset to the things you can control and how you can respond to the circumstances of it all. This will change your emotions, your motivations, the way you handle things, and the limitations, and seeing how you're really not that limited actually. And at the end of the day, this video really is just about looking at it from a different perspective, recognizing that you don't have control over everything, and that is okay, but also recognizing that what you can focus on can really change your circumstance of the whole thing and be able to pursue those goals, those dreams, those passions that you have in such a different way because you won't worry about what you can't control. The Fortune Formula is here to help you be more complete, to be more productive, and feel more centered in the work, in the things you're pushing for, the dreams you have, the goals you have. It's gonna help you in every step of the way. It all starts with switching up your mindset and that perspective, and I can't stress that enough. And with that, that's gonna be the end of this video, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. Thanks so much for having me on as the host. It has been an honor to meet you all here on the Lifehack Show. It has been a pleasure, and I hope to see you guys again in another Lifehack episode. Hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you later.